I am a double champion, and that is how busy I am. I told you guys I was going to be the female Miz, and in 2025, I am absolutely, without a doubt, the female Miz. And actually, is the Miz the female? I meant the male Chelsea.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Unlikely. And for those that don't know, we're here based in Las Vegas. And this week, as we bid farewell to F1 until they come back next year, we need to make room for another massive sporting event. And that is WrestleMania 42, returning back to Las Vegas. And honestly, it is a massive week in WWE. It's not only Thanksgiving. We got Survivor Series in San Diego, which we will be there in person to cover. And those individual tickets for WrestleMania 42 go on sale this Friday, Black Friday. You already have your gift. You can get those tickets at Ticketmaster.com. And joining us to talk all about it is the greatest women's champion of all time. Someone who, for this show, she's completed the trifecta. We've talked to her in a press conference. We've talked to her at a media junket. And now we have her here on Zoom. And she's also the AAA World Mixed Tag Team World Champion, the United States Women's Champion, has a new alliance with Ethan Page, has a new deal with WWE. Your husband is appearing at your job. How are you feeling, Chelsea Green?
Life couldn't be better. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but toot. 2025 has been a good year. And here's to 2026 being somehow even better.
And just to make sure, like, I know that was a long intro, so pardon me, but did I miss anything? I feel like did I cross all the notes?
Shockingly, you didn't. You actually, I think you nailed it. I mean, look, I could add a couple of little words here and there, but I think you really killed it.
Listen, thank you. And I do, speaking of killing it, I just listed off all your accolades, and that's what you've been doing. But you sent out a tweet a couple weeks ago that really struck me, like, in my heart. I was like, I feel this, and I want this energy around me. You tweeted this, and this is the exact quote: "Underdog mentality is done. I'm the top 1%, and I deserve it. Nobody did this for me. I did this." I love you saying it out loud, taking ownership of your greatness. Like, talk me into what led you to tweet that out.
So I had actually just spoken to the Unreal cameras, and I realized, like, why do I keep, like, downplaying who I am and my success? Why do I keep, yes, I was an underdog, but, like, have I ever really been an underdog? My confidence and my delusional confidence has always got me exactly what I wanted. It's just taken me a while to get here, but, like, I'm here. I'm here. I don't know why I'm downplaying it. I'm here. I have everything I've ever wanted. I'm doing exactly what I dreamt of. And I'm done acting like, oh, I didn't get what I wanted, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I got what I wanted. This year, I've got everything I've wanted. That's it. That's really it.
It's a beautiful thing. That's why I'm smiling. Another thing that I could have listed off, but I'll just ask it to you now. Your incredible fashion has led to your hats being on sale on WWE Shop. Oh. Now, you brought up Unreal. Can you, like, give me an Unreal answer on, like, how does this work? Does this have to be pitched? Do they come to you? Like, break that down.
Oh, it was pitched, honey. It was pitched for the past 3 years. Every Friday, I pitched that hat. Every single Friday. I found out who to pitch it to. Then I found out who the buyers were. Then I found out where they were buying. Then I found out why they couldn't get the hats made. Then I found out how to make the hats more of a reasonable price for my fans. Like, I have literally been along for the entire ride of these hats. That's why it means so much to me to put them out. And I'm not joking when I say that that might be the best accomplishment I have in WWE or in my wrestling career. Because at the end of the day, I made that happen. These, I didn't make happen necessarily. I worked my ass off. But at the end of the day, someone decides these things, right? Like, that hat, I did everything to make sure that hat went on sale, and it went on sale for $34.99, and it went on sale this year. Like, it is, I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of it because I know that little girls and boys are going to go up, they're going to look at that wall of merch, and they're going to see that sparkly hat, and they're going to choose that over a Yeet shirt.
Dude, and it's so unique. It's so smart. Hey, listen up right now. You buy the hat. You buy the WrestleMania tickets, you put the tickets inside the hat, and I don't know if you're going to find a better Christmas gift this holiday season.
I
I'm just saying. Last time we were in the room was strangely at a NASCAR press conference. You're everywhere when you're the United States champion. You know what I'm saying? So in that press conference, and you spoke about this a lot in interviews and everything, like you made sure it's speaking it into existence about how Nikki Bella wrestling her was very important. You got to do that. How, like, can you put it into words? Was it surreal standing across from her in the ring on Raw when that happened?
Yeah, man, it was so surreal, and it was surreal for so many reasons. But I think that's a really, really proud moment of mine because someone, and I think Nikki, trusted me with her first singles match back. And no matter what, that was always going to be an extremely tough position to be put in for her opponent, for the producers. Like, it's just, she is the epitome of women's wrestling. She is the tippy top. You don't get any higher than Nikki Bella. I'm sorry, you just don't. And so many eyes were on her. So many eyes wanted her to succeed. So many eyes wanted her to fail. And so I wanted to do her justice and her legacy justice, like I didn't want her to come back and feel ashamed or embarrassed. I wanted her to feel empowered in that moment. And I did the absolute best I could to make her feel that way. And I think that was, I mean, I know I'm biased because it's me, but I think I was the perfect opponent to put her over and to have her confidence, kind of boosted. And now look at her. Like, now she's like Nikki Bella, like she never left.
No, it's incredible. And after 7 years, and with the announcement of her saying that, hey, whenever this run ends, when it does end, whether it's next week or after WrestleMania, whenever the case, like that's it. So for you to get that in, like that meant a lot, just knowing how much you've talked about it. And like even her, there's kind of like this diva renaissance that's happening right now. Let's talk about Maxine. We can talk about Blake Monroe down in NXT. Like you being a part of that mix, I know you take a lot of pride in that, correct?
Yeah, I do, because, when I first started wrestling, I was kind of like poo-pooed for wanting to be a diva. And I realized like, no, I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to embrace it because I got into this because I loved Kelly, who I think is the ultimate diva. I think Nikki Bella is a perfect example of, she was the ultimate diva, and she also embraced being a WWE superstar, period. And I love Tiffany for that. I think Tiffany is a perfect example. Maxine and I talk about this. You can wear pink. You can be sparkly. You can be girly. You can care about your nails and your lashes and your tan and your hair, and you can still kick ass and be the best wrestler in the world. So why are we putting people in boxes? Stop caring that I label myself a diva. Like, seriously, stop caring. I'm allowed to call myself a diva and still go out there and perform at the level that Pentagon is performing at.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I want to go back to Nikki Bella and that dream that you had of facing her. You also talked about it being a hair versus hair match. And like, even if we take a look at just your WWE career, right? So we've seen you be thrown off a 20-foot ladder, dumpsters. You're willing to put hair versus hair. What are you not willing to do in the ring?
I haven't come across anything yet. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, because I'm sure you'll see it if I say no to something. I just love entertainment. And so for me, maybe it would be like, wait, I was going to say maybe a move in the ring, but so far I haven't come across that either, because again, it's just for the love of the game. Like, I want the fans to think about my match when they leave. And so if that means shaving my head and looking like, a peanut for the next 2 years, I'll do it.
No, I love it. And by the way, since we are talking hair versus hair, when I realized that I was talking to you, I went down the Facebook memory lane, and freshman year of college, I just want you to know, shout out to your husband. Can you see, first off, I'm bald.
Oh, and you got the original merch back.
Yeah, the original merch.
You see that merch is now back on WWE Shop.
Yo, this is amazing. You could get the family. No. You buy the hat, you put the shirt, fold it in with the WrestleMania tickets. be the best dad, best gift giver of the holiday season. There we go.
I fear
Championships. Championships. You have a couple. When it comes to that United States Women's Championship, I know you've spoke on how great it is that the women now have quote unquote mid-card titles. For you winning that a second time, can you compare the feelings, or are they like your kids? You can't choose one over the other.
No, I can because, my heart and my soul went into that first title reign. You obviously saw on Unreal that I was hoping to win it in front of my friends and family at Survivor Series, kind of that time. And there was so much that I put in that year before I was chosen to win this. So that obviously will just, it's a memory that lives rent-free in my head, and it will for the rest of my life. This time around, I'm trying to make it different while still making it equally entertaining. That's my goal. I want to make sure that I elevate it. I've already been talking to the creative team about how we can kind of do a little damage control on it and make sure that it means something. Let's put it on a pedestal, let's elevate it and make it mean something. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't need to be a mid-card title. It's just a title. It is just a title. And you should equally fear me the way you fear Jade Cargill. You should equally want my championship the same way that you want the Women's World Championship when you walk into that Royal Rumble. So I am fighting to make sure that we have that. It's going to be a work in progress, and that's okay too. That's totally okay. But at the end of the day, if you know me, you know that entertainment is where I thrive. And so I'm just going to make it entertaining as I possibly can, because that's the only thing I have control of.
And I want to ask you this next question, because first off, the way you use social media, and you're very outgoing, and you speak on a lot of things. And I think it's important to ask you, not to make this super serious. And I also don't want to point a spotlight over something that happened over the weekend. But let's just say there was a very strange interaction between a fan and AJ Lee at a meet and greet. And I think some of these things have happened more and more the past 18 to 12 months. So how do I phrase this? Are there boundaries, or how do you want fans to act?
Yeah, but I think that it ebbs and it flows because, sometimes at 5 a.m. at the airport, I don't want to be bothered. And I hate to say that because fans really make up, fans are the reason why I'm here. There are times when I'm grumpy, I'm tired, I'm hangry. And then there are other times when I'm having the best day ever, and you could bug me anywhere. I think it's reading the room, and it's asking respectfully. And if they say no, no is no, no is no. But for me personally, I never want anyone to feel like they can't come up and ask me. I just want you to know that if I say no, it's for a reason. But yeah, don't be afraid to ask me, but that's me. That's me.
Yeah, 100%. Let's get to your husband, if we could, for a minute. Your husband's involvement in the tournament with John Cena, the return of Zack Ryder. The photo that you guys took backstage it made my week. Can you talk me through those emotions? And please be real with me. When did you find out? Did you find out? What's the tea?
So we didn't really know what was happening until the very last moment. You know how WWE is. You know how professional wrestling is. It can be in talks, and then same with me coming back. It can be in talks for months, or it can be in talks for 24 hours. Either way, when they call you, you pick up the phone and then you get on a plane. And it's the same with Ethan Page coming to, SmackDown. Ethan found out that day, the day of SmackDown, that he needed to fly in, and he literally had enough time to gather his suit and come. That was the same with Matt, although it was, the day before we got the flights, he was coming. We figured it out last minute. He was coming. However, he's been in contact with WWE constantly. The whole 5 years he's been in contact with WWE. He's always making sure that Triple H knows what he's doing, or that, that he's available for a Rumble and things like that. And so I just think it was a perfect storm of this made the most sense because he does have a personal friendship and relationship with John Cena. So why wouldn't he want to be John Cena's final opponent? And so it worked perfectly between me pestering WWE, between John Cena pestering WWE, and Matt pestering WWE. They caved.
And it worked. That's what I'm saying. You got to keep asking. If you don't ask, closed mouths don't get fed. And you
will get the grease.
100%. And you brought up the relationship that Matt and Cena has, and whether this is within this retirement run or just in general. Like, is there a moment that really sticks out to you that you hold near and dear to your heart when it comes to John Cena?
I mean, I'm going to be there for his final match. So I think if you ask me in a couple of weeks, I think that will definitely be the moment that stands out to me. But I think that this run for me in particular, his run and my run, it's been really special because I have been able to be there at so many of his shows and vice versa. And I've been able to, hang out in the back with his wife, and I've been able to come back and have him, watch my match and talk about it and or a promo. And that's a really special thing because I think there's nothing more valuable than his opinion. And when he gives you advice, one thing about John Cena is he doesn't waste his breath on anyone. So when he gives you advice, it's thought out and it's articulated in a way where he is not wasting his time or your time. And that's really unique in wrestling because people love the sound of their own voice in this business. And so for him to just take that moment to tell me how he feels, it's game changing.
And before we get to our speed round questions, I'm going to break a rule because I'm going to ask you about a match that you may be like, dude,
oh no,
this is what I do for my job. And so I don't particularly remember this match, but I'm so glad you do. There was a 4v4 tag match you had. It was you, the Hervis, and Naomi. You took on Io, Rhea Ripley, Nikki, Stephanie. To me, from the outside, I was like, yo, this match has so many damn Hall of Famers in it that this might as well be an all-star game. For you, was it just another match, or is there a different energy when you're out there with all of the talent?
That one in particular, it wasn't necessarily because we're all in the match together, because you have to remember, me and Io go way back. I wrestled with Io in Japan. Naomi, we have gone on so many live event loops where we've wrestled. It was a unique one because of Nikki, because it was, again, one of her first matches back. It needed to be perfect. I haven't been in the ring with Rhea really since we did live event loops for NXT. So that was really fun. Yeah. Within the locker room, and this is a little bit of inside information, but within the locker room, we don't put ourselves in the hierarchy that you guys do. We don't have statuses. Just because Tiffany was the champion doesn't mean she's any more worthy of anything than me. We don't see each other that way. We're just a bunch of girls trying to elevate this division and this, this sport. So I don't get in there and I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm with the top girls. I don't think that way. Cause at the end of the day, I've worked longer than some of them, or they've, done more than this person. That's all fake. That part is fake. But what's real is that Nikki Bella is coming back and we need to make her look amazing, and she's got to look strong. And, we know what the future holds for her storyline. So let's put that into place. So all those things are what make it exciting and nerve wracking.
Oh, thank you for that answer. Now, are you ready to join the speed round? You ready to close this out strong?
Well, good luck to you, because I don't do anything quick when it comes to yapping.
Did you feel a certain type of way? Because in my eyes, you are the most active theme park goer in WWE, to see CM Punk and Roman Reigns in Zootopia.
Yeah, a little bit. Hello, I'm here. I can
Come on. They don't have
character work.
Yeah, they don't have a magic key. Chelsea has a magic key. She has the photos to prove it. Your Diva Mount Rushmore.
Does it include me?
Yeah,
I'm
of
gonna
course.
include myself, Natty, Kelly, Nikki Bella.
Did anyone on the roster leave Evolution early to go see Beyonce across the street?
No, that's so funny though, because we all spoke about like, how are we going to do this? Are we going to do one night one night the other? Like our hotel we shared was also with like 1 million Beyonce fans. Yeah, no, nobody did, but we all did discuss it.
I forgot that it was a 2 night. She was there for 2 nights, so you could have
Yeah.
came in early. I was like, sorry, as a media, we have to do a press conference. My bad, and keep you guys there longer. You recently used a kendo stick. Is that your favorite weapon to use?
Well, actually, I was looking for a chair, and the kendo stick was the only thing that I found.
Is it your favorite to use, or do you prefer a chair?
I prefer a chair.
Feel you. What matches hurt you the most in your career, physically?
The two where I broke my arm because, falling.
Duh. I'm sorry.
And maybe the clavicle break in India where I had to get surgery in India. That was a rough one. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you've broken a bone like that, that like takes precedence over any like bump that I've taken.
Would you say your husband has a high level of emotional intelligence?
It's something we could work on in therapy.
You sound just like my baby mama. Are the tables chants played out?
No, because I think there's like nostalgia to the chants and like everything in wrestling is based off of nostalgia. Like everything. I don't care if you think something's new, it ain't new. You know, we got it from someone. And I think that's why we love it, because it brings us back to the days when we watched it in our childhood.
This upcoming Thursday in America is Thanksgiving. In Canada, they call it Thursday. Because it's Thanksgiving, what are you thankful for, Chelsea Green?
You know what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for the fact that I'm so busy that not only did I miss Canadian Thanksgiving, I'm also missing American Thanksgiving because I am a double champion, and that is how busy I am. I told you guys I was going to be the female Miz, and in 2025, I am absolutely, without a doubt, the female Miz. And actually, is the Miz the female? I meant the male Chelsea.
Nobody talks about that. I can't say anything to that because he was literally our last guest, and we love you both equally. We'll see you in San Diego, Chelsea. Thanks for the time.
He's going to kill me for saying that.